Hey, everybody out there, this is Dirty D with your Pro Sports Podcast. Today I'm going to be covering the Jacksonville Jaguars draft grade overall. Bleacher Report was way too generous with the Jags. They gave um, they gave Jacksonville an overall A minus. I think I don't think they were anywhere close to an A minus. I think they had a decent draft. I think they took a lot of guys, or I think they took my wide receiver Laviska Chenault. But other than that, I don't think they had that great of a draft. To be honest with you, I didn't grade the draft on anything to do with the offseason. But I feel like there was a lot of moves that the Jags made in the draft that were made to compensate for what I would consider bad moves during the regular season. I don't think that during the regular season or the off season. I don't think that's gonna. I don't think that impacts what I actually gave as far as of a draft grade. But if I'm wrong, Jags fans, let me know. Jags fans, if you even exist, let me know. I hear all these things about Duval, but I don't. I'm pretty sure you guys don't exist. That's a conspiracy theory right there for everybody on a free chat Friday. Do Jacksonville Jaguar fans actually exist? If so, know that you guys were given an A minus overall from Bleacher Report. I'm gonna give you guys a C plus overall. Let me jump into the picks and I'll explain why. So in the first round, with your guys' first pick, you guys selected cornerback C.J. Henderson, and then there was another first round draft pick where an edge rusher, Clavon Chazon, was selected. Now, I don't have issues with this with building up defenses or offensive lines because I feel like those are the two staples that you can win with a lot of inconsistencies from other positions. As long as you build up those two positions, as long as you build up a defense and an offensive line, you can compensate for being weak at other positions. Now, that all being said, I don't think that these moves were enough, especially to justify not picking up weapons to build around Gardner Minshew. I know Minshew Mania was going nuts last year, but I mean, at the end of the day, if you really want a guy to be successful, you keep him upright, which they didn't address it in the first two picks, or you get him a lot of weapons so he can get the ball out of his hands quick and make plays. Again, they didn't do that in the first two picks that were both first round picks. In the second round, they did take one of the receivers that I thought was one of the better ones in the draft, and that was Laviska Chenault out of Colorado. Guy was a beast at CU, and he's going to be a beast for the Jags. Then in the third round, it was a defensive lineman. Fourth round, an offensive tackle. Fourth round, a cornerback. Fourth round, a linebacker. Fifth round, a safety. Sixth round, another quarterback. Sixth round, a tight end. And in the seventh round, to round it all up, another cornerback. Again, I don't have an issue, and I'm not going to, knock any part of the Jags draft based on what they did in the offseason. By the way, thank you for AJ Boye, Jacksonville Jag fans. I'm not going to knock them for what they did in the offseason because I feel like a lot of these moves were. There's a ton of draft capital here, but it was all built up after basically throwing away the season and rebuilding. Getting rid of a bunch of, talented, your best players, basically. So basically tanking. You sent Jalen Ramsey to the Rams. AJ Boye is a Bronco. None of those count against you for your draft grade overall. But what I do count against you is waiting till the fourth round to pick up an offensive tackle to help Minshew. Waiting until the second round, which, like I said, Laviska Chenault will end up being one of the better receivers out of this draft class, but in my opinion, you waited too long. You waited too long, and you didn't do nearly enough of addressing at that position. Because after Laviska Chenault and to be honest with you, who else is out there? You got Laviska Chenault, and who else is another wide receiver out there, guys? Jag fans, like I said, if you exist, please hop on here and let me know. And if you exist and you disagree with my grade, hop on here and comment and let me know why. Um, if you do exist and you agree, drop a like, drop a comment. And if you do exist and you like the platform, drop the trifecta, a like, a subscribe, and a comment. And as always, guys, I appreciate everybody who watches, and thank you all for supporting my channel. Thank you.